I was sipping coffee in the lawyer's office when the door opened, and there he was, the man who had thrown me away, my father. His smile was thin, rehearsed. "You've grown into a fine young woman," he said, like we were long-lost friends, not strangers bound by blood and betrayal. I didn't answer. I let him talk. People always reveal more when they think silence means weakness. I was 8 when he told me I was worthless. His words were sharp, like glass. "A girl is a burden," he spat, while my mother stared at the floor. That was the last time I saw their faces together, the day they signed the adoption papers and left me in a stranger's house. That stranger became my father, my real father. He taught me discipline, respect, patience. And when cancer took him, he left me his empire. Not because I was his blood, because I was his choice. My biological father didn't come to mourn. He came when the money made headlines. Suddenly, the daughter he abandoned had value. At first, he played the role well. The regretful parent, the man haunted by his mistake. He brought flowers to the grave. He cried in front of journalists. He told anyone who would listen that he wanted a second chance. But I knew better. It started small, whispers about my capability to handle the fortune. Doubts planted in boardrooms by anonymous sources. Old classmates appearing with fake debts, conveniently tied back to him. He wasn't rebuilding a bridge, he was laying siege. And I let him, because you can't destroy a man's empire until you've mapped every weak wall. I studied him the way he never studied me. His new business was drowning in debt. His associates were sharks, circling, waiting for him to bleed. His name, once powerful, now rotted in backroom deals and broken promises. He didn't come back for me. He came back to use me, my fortune, my name, my credibility. So I gave him just enough rope to hang himself. I invited him into my world. Dinner at my penthouse. A seat beside me at charity galas. The cameras loved it. The prodigal father and the forgiving daughter. I let the story spread. Behind closed doors, I signed documents he didn't read. Transfers that looked like gifts. Partnerships that looked like trust. Every signature tied his failing businesses to my accounts. But the terms were mine. I was the creditor. He was the debtor. And he never noticed. By the time he realized, it was too late. He stormed into my office, face red, hands shaking. "You tricked me," he hissed. I stayed seated, calm. "No," I said. "I simply gave you what you wanted. You wanted access to my fortune. You have it. But you forgot." I slid the contracts across the desk, each stamped and sealed. "Access and ownership aren't the same." His eyes scanned the pages. Confusion first, then disbelief, then horror. Every move he made under my name now belonged to me. Every asset he had was collateral. He wasn't my conqueror. He was my pawn. The final blow came swiftly. The press, the same reporters he'd courted, turned on him. Fraud, exploitation, embezzlement. Words splashed across headlines with his picture underneath. I didn't have to lift a finger. He buried himself. I just handed him the shovel. The last time I saw him, he wasn't in a suit. He wasn't smiling. He was slumped in a chair across from me, smaller than I remembered. "You ruined me," he whispered. I leaned forward. "No. You ruined me when I was 8 years old. I just returned the favor." He had nothing left to say. Now the empire is mine, the fortune secure, his name erased. And when people ask me if I regret not forgiving him, I laugh quietly. Forgiveness is for equals. He was never my equal. I was 8 years old when he taught me I was worthless. I was 28 when I taught him what I was worth, and I made sure he never forgot it.